Alright guys, we're here on Nepal. This is the village to start things off. Try and get a super wide view here so you can see both teams on the attack. On the red side, it's going to be NaCl, Traumist on Zenyatta, Lucky 7 on Winston, Dangling on Genji, Vexel on Zarya, Sorex on Tracer, haven't seen that yet tonight, and Katakos replacing Bloxy. Bloxy was a ringer, so Katakos is actually part of NaCl. He's going to be playing the Lucio. Over on the other side, we've got Fizzify, Rain, AJ Little, Baxter, Goski, and King of 2v1 on a near-mirror composition. Ana on one side with Zen on the other. And as we watch the battle unfold from the outside, it's going to be Traumist and Vexel dying very quickly there on the side of NaCl, so NORSE taking a nice advantage to start things off. Watching Baxter's Genji now. Get very low health, but does manage to back out enough to actually catch some heals from his team. And it's going to be NORSE taking the point first. Enemy Genji back in play here. It is Dangling. We've seen him on Genji a couple of times already tonight. He's done pretty good for himself so far. Is that a golden Winston gun that I see there for Goski? Yes, it is. Always a fan of the golden Winston. And watching these guys play, just dives right in there to the Zenyatta. Zarya's going to fall equally quickly, and Baxter with the sword out, actually without even having to use the sword, scoops 3 killing blows in a row, so Dangling on the run here from the Winston. Not a good time for him, and doesn't look like any switches have come out either. Even with Winstons on both sides, we're not seeing Reaper come into play just yet. 33% now for NORSE to get us started. Nice Winston out there. He almost had leopard print fur on his back. Do you guys see that? That was a bit strange. Alright, let's switch over to Baxter now, as he does have the Dragon Blade available. Could come in quite handy here for the defense. And starting off with Winston leaping at the Genji is something that you're going to see basically every time. Nano boosted Winston actually on the side of the blue team here, so Goski leaping forward does have Primal Rage available as well if his health ever does get too low. Soundbeer comes out here for the red team NaCl, and he does decide that it's time to pop that Primal Rage, but unfortunately he's lost Rain and Baxter already. Thankfully he does have a healer, Lucio, but Fizzify is going to bite the dust, as it does Winston himself. So the red team, NaCl, claiming the point 69% to 0. Finally managed to flip it, and they did not actually need any changes to do it. So still not seeing any Reaper, no composition changes at all for either side. The only difference still being that Ana versus Zen. Baxter separating from the team a little bit, looking for some squishier targets perhaps. No, that actually here comes the rest of the team. Nearly deflected that Zarya ult, but just at the last second was unable to do it. And the Big Bang combo actually coming in there. You can see Sorex freshly out of ultimate did drop the Pulse Bomb into the Graviton Surge for that huge explosion. And NaCl are going to hang on. Getting a nice view of the attacking team running back into position. It's going to be NORSE. Let's watch King of 2v1's Tracer. I haven't actually given much attention to him just yet, but he does have that Pulse Bomb available. Rain does have the Graviton Surge. There's a Fire at Will announced. Does he have the charge? Yes, he does. Waits for the Zarya bubbles as well. Actually, the timing worked out quite nicely there to get 2 kills out of that Big Bang combo, and now the blue team NORSE back onto the point, take out Traumist. No problems there, as a lone Zenyatta is pretty prone to being destroyed by 3 people at once. Now we're up to 77% for the blue team, 59% for Salt, which are going to be reset. So they essentially have one big push to try and make something happen here. I'm going to watch Dangling with that Dragon Blade. Of course, Genji, a lot of his kit actually comes down to stay alive long enough to Dragon Blade, and this is the time to shine. Tranquility definitely going to help things out. Traumist, his teammate, keeping everyone in high health. Fizzify goes down. Here's the Dragon Blade on the other side from Baxter. This time does get the kill on Katakos, but falls quickly after. Traumist and Katako both down here for the blue team. Could make things difficult. Actually, excuse me, Traumist and Katakos on the red team both down. Make difficult for them. Winston slapping that Tracer off the point, still 99% in favor of NORSE. Tracer might be able to flip it solo. No, Fizzify going to prevent that from happening. Pulse Bomb goes out and does not find anything for it. Suddenly it's still just a lingering 2v2. This is a trickle on both sides, so the next kill could be very important. Traumist isolated by the Tracer, excuse me, but Vexel gets a Zarya bubble on there. Blue team do end up getting the point as Lucky 7 falls on the Winston. First point going to NORSE.
1-0.
All right, round number 2 is going to be here on the Shrine of Nepal. You can see the red team here, Salt attacking in. Let's watch Sorex's Tracer to kick things off. Looks like the blue team Norse have opted for the high ground approach. So going to get a little bit of a slow start on the battle, but it does allow Sorex to find the targets he's looking for. And interesting going for the Zarya first. Definitely not typical here for the Tracer, but the side effect there was keeping him away from the rest of his team as they kind of just abandoned him there to deal with the Tracer. Of course, Tracer not the best at taking out a Zarya 1v1, so just keeping him isolated was a little bit valuable. But it looks like Fizzify is going to fall pretty quickly here for Norse, and Dangling and Traumas both going down here for Salt means they've lost a lot of offensive power with Discord Orb and Genji both gone. Looks like the blue team might come out on top here. Yes, they are going to be the first to flip the point, but do the red team have enough to challenge? No, it looks like they are going to be forced back. Losing those healers was just too detrimental to the push, and they slowly got taken apart there. Here's, is that the Zombie Zen with the golden... Yes, it is. Nice stuff there. Skull Yada with the golden Zen orbs, showing off some bling there. Targeting the Zarya very quickly with the Discord Orb, but Genji's up in his face. What can he do against him? Absolutely nothing as Fizzify gets in on the action as well. It's going to be the red team trying to flip things here, getting a lot of kills, and Fizzify under the gun here of Winston is going to fall next. AJ Little as Anna falls as well. Primal Rage just eking out some percentage points there for the blue team before Winston goes down. Very unlikely they're going to be able to challenge here, but yeah, they actually extended that percentage from about 33% to up to 43%. So the Primal Rage from Winston was enough to actually give them quite a considerable amount. And now NaCl in charge for the first time, have a lot of ults to work with. Let's go ahead and take Baxter's POV, trying to reclaim the point. Already taking some damage here from the Tracer on the low ground. Good stuff from Sorex, keeping an eye there as that scouting Tracer. The rewind used very, very quickly, though, could be bad as the battle is about to begin. Soundbarrier and, actually, no, Soundbarrier gets canceled out. Fizzify taken out before he can even land on the ground, so Baxter and the rest of his crew definitely not going to be able to take the point here. NaCl, great job killing the supports on the way in, denying that sound barrier. Good stuff. Fizzify still has it, of course, for the next push. Look at all the ults available here for NaCl. They're sitting pretty on the point right now, and Vixel's Graviton Surge should basically ensure that they stay on top, at least for this next push. Unless Rain actually happens to match it, we do have Big Bang combo available on both sides. Graviton Surge comes out very quickly here for the red team. They want to keep that control while they have it. Sound Barrier does come out from Fizzify to save the lives of everybody, but here is that Graviton Surge here from the blue team. Their Big Bang works out much better. King of 2v1 getting double kill immediately, and the follow-up kill onto a Lucky 7 means that the blue team Norse have reclaimed the point, 60% for NaCl, but that'll be matched easily here for Norse. Red team forced to regroup. Are they making any switches? It doesn't look like it. Sticking with what they know. Dangling does have Dragon Blade ready to go. Can they give him enough support to make magic happen here and try to flip the point back? Zarya Bubble could do it. Harmony Orb, another basic assisting tool that you have there. Dragon Blade from Baxter actually comes out first. Let's go ahead and take his POV, slashing through Sorex very quickly there. Then the Vexel goes down as well, and that's kind of a late Dragon Blade here from Dangling, switching over to his POV, but if he gets the value from it, if he finds those low health targets, it's all going to be worth it. Unfortunately, he is outnumbered 3v1 by the looks of things. Tracer, Lucio, and Genji all still standing for Norse at 91%. Dangling, if he dies here, that's actually going to be really rough for the red team, but it looks like they are starting to trickle back in. Blue team still have a solid number of players alive. Norse popping the Primal Rage here on Goski could buy them a lot of time, but Lucky 7 in play now gets burned down very quickly. He's actually extremely low on health. He does fall. Transcendence here from the red team, trying to do what they can in overtime, but it very much looks like the blue team should be able to hang on here. That Fizzify sound barrier should seal the deal, but the attacking team still not giving up. Baxter getting his kills, getting his dash resets. Just Lucio left now, and as he falls, so do the hopes of the red team Salt, trying to reclaim the point. 2-0 lead now for Norse, moving into Sanctum.
Score 2-0. name's McCree.
Okay, here we are on the third and potentially final point of Nepal. It is the Sanctum. You can see the team compositions have not changed really at all. Let's start out with Baxter's POV as this Genji leading with the deflect. Tracer actually gets in over her head and has to use rewind very, very quickly. Goski, as the blue team Winston, went in deep and was taken out as a result. Lucky 7 scoring the killing blow there, but the red team in high health dismantling here the blue team NORSE as Ring goes down as well. It's going to be the red team taking the point here first, for sure. King of 2v1. Not sure if he's actually booped or if he decided to suicide and rejoin his team, but everything looks good now for NaCl. For the first time, really, in this map, they've made a strong push and taken the point first. King of 2v1 as the low-health Tracer. Going to be vital for the success here of the attacking team NORSE. He's actually using the default skin with golden tracer guns. Can you believe it? Actually, our skin's been turned off. I actually haven't really been paying attention. Either way, King of 2v1 launching out the pulse bomb does get the kill on Lucky 7. No, skins have not been turned off. I'm silly. Graviton Surge and Transcendence actually both coming into play here. It's going to be the blue team surviving as long as they can, but Sorex gets the damage that they need finally. He actually swapped off of the Tracer to that McCree, and it's actually paying off quite well very quickly, taking out that Winston as well. Tracer under fire now from 3 members of NaCl. Can they find the kills they're looking for? It looks like Tracer will escape, but the point is firmly theirs, 53% and climbing without an answer here yet from NORSE. Goski does have the Primal Rage available. Nano Boost also available from AJ Little, so possibility of trying to flip things back. Fizzify very close to the sound barrier, but cannot die before he's able to launch it. That would be terrible. King of 2v1. Also getting focused down a little bit, dangling on the other side with his Dragon Blade is a threat. Graviton Surge comes out. Winston needs to get in there and zap him down, but King of 2v1 with the Pulse Bomb easily makes short work, and the red team will need to reset. Blue team NORSE finally claiming the point for the first time here on Sanctum, trying to put this game fully away. If they can win Sanctum, they will have another map under their belts here against NaCl. Stunned through deflect. Always happens, man. Always happens. They're basically just posturing here for some rolling ultimates. They know that the enemy team has not really used a ton yet, so this is going to be showtime. Transcendence, sound barriers. You've got Primal Rage being launched. I heard a Dragon Blade, it sounded like. There is some sword slashing happening. Baxter on the point now, trying to battle against Kotakos and Sorex both, but he is completely outnumbered. Finally, the nano-boosted Winston comes in, able to zap down Sorex quickly. Needs to find Kotakos, actually just zooming around in the back. AJ Little sounds like he launched a sleep dart, didn't quite connect, but the red team are slowly going to fall to their deaths. Vexel specifically chilling at the bottom there. But everyone else also, you know, being extinguished by the blue team NORSE. 76% for Salt. If they can flip the point, they actually stand a very, very good chance of winning this point. So, could all come down to this. Graviton Surge is out. Looking at several members here of the the blue team. Are they able to actually take them out? It looks like they got Baxter and Rain quite quickly, but lost Genji and Azaria of their own. Goski down, though. That could be the opening they need with all the tanks finally taken out. Starting to flip the point. Fizzify tries to get in there. He's going to get taken out quickly. McCree doing his job against the Tracer. Sorex gets the better of King of 2v1, and the point is flipped. NaCl, can they hang on for just 15% more or so? It's going to be the attacking team, NORSE, trying to flip the point back in their favor. King of 2v1 ready to go with the Pulse Bomb. We've got Graviton Surge also ready to fire at will. Oh my goodness, that's so juicy too. The red team is all right there. They're all bunched up. Can Tracer make it happen? The Pulse Bomb goes in, catches multiple members. 2 of them die immediately. Dangling and Vexel both just removed from the equation at the very beginning of the fight. Things are looking good here for NORSE at 99% in overtime. Even Winston has to dunk himself to rejoin his team. Sorex, you might as well just die, dude. There's no way you're going to kill the entire enemy team. 85% now for NORSE. Can they put the game away? Salt had everything, but then they let it slip. Dragon Blade, definitely the only tool, the most powerful tool that they have available to try and put this away. No one's actually watching the Genji or the point. He's going to ninja the point and go straight for the enemy Genji. What's going to happen? He should get the kill here, but the deflect actually saves Baxter's life briefly. Baxter goes down, but it's 4 members of the red team actually dying in that fracas. Is that a word? Ruckus? Fracas? Fricassee? Am I combining words? I have no idea. Fracas is a word, I think. Either way, it's going to be NORSE taking the game. All 3 rounds there on Nepal. NORSE wins, and NaCl will be forced to try again another day. Check out that Genji rip
Play of the match.
Play of the match there. King of 2v1 on the Tracer.
Fire at will.
I'm unstoppable.
45 elims there for Goski. 45 elims for the tank. Pretty solid.